Small tidbits of information surrounding the upcoming SpongeBob movie It's a Wonderful Sponge have slowly been revealing themselves over the past few months. We can't expect too much as of right now because the movie officially premieres next year, but it's still worth talking about the small things we know. Well, just recently at CinemaCon, Paramount Pictures made more details about the third movie public, and we finally know the general plot. SpongeBob and Patrick go on a rescue mission to save Gary, who's been kidnapped by Poseidon and taken to the lost city of Atlantic City. The movie will reveal the first time our beloved characters as kids met at camp, a magical moment that brings meaning to the power of true friendship. Even though it's short, this logline gives us a few clues as to what we can actually expect. First of all, we're finally back to the classic comedy adventure duo of SpongeBob and Patrick from the first movie. Sponge Out of Water shook things up a ton and made it focus more on SpongeBob and Plankton, but it looks like this quest is going to be in the same realm as 2004's classic. What we can also tell from the new synopsis is that only a portion of the movie takes place in a flashback. We'll be getting some sort of origin story, even though there's already an established background for a ton of these characters. Now, from the new details, it's hard to tell just how much of an influence this origin story section is going to have. We'll definitely be getting some of it, but the SpongeBob and Patrick saving Gary storyline is probably going to be the main focus. Another thing we should talk about is the location mentioned in the synopsis, Atlantic City. Obviously, that's a real place, so you can probably expect something similar to Sponge Out of Water, where our heroes step into surface for a grand adventure. There's also a chance this is just a parody underwater, but for now, I'm assuming it's real life. Also, that leads me to something interesting. The fact that this is confirmed to be the first SpongeBob movie animated entirely in CG. Instead of hand-drawn 2D animation like you'd expect from the series, It's a Wonderful Sponge will be animated by Micros Image, who worked on stuff in the past such as Captain Underpants and Sherlock Gnomes. Why did this exist? By the way, this doesn't really relate to what I was saying before, but can we please take a second to just appreciate the beauty of Micros Animation's website design? You got clip art SpongeBob giving the thumbs up, and oh boy, a space between 3 exclamation points. This technique is reserved for only the most talented typers. Bravo, Micros, bravo. While it seems like the crew for the third movie wanted 2D animation, the higher-ups told them to make it CG. We can only really speculate as to why, but it's probably for marketing reasons. Nowadays, 2D animated movies in theaters are constantly on the decline as everyone switches over to CG because that's what sells. It's just the way things go nowadays, and even though a few ones can stand out from the rest, it just seems like generally these are all pretty similar styles. SpongeBob has always been in 2D, with the occasional trips into CG animation like Sponge Out of Water or those classic 4D rides. Still, It's a Wonderful Sponge taking a completely different approach is something I kinda love and hate at the same time. On one hand, it'll be cool to see the franchise head in a different direction to see such familiar characters in a new way. But on the other hand, 2D SpongeBob on the big screen has definitely worked in the past, and in my opinion, these hand-drawn characters are way more vibrant and stylistic than the CG in real life versions. Even though it seems like theatrical SpongeBob is abandoning the 2D animation he was always known for, the movie does still have potential. One of the hopeful aspects is its director Tim Hill, who wrote some episodes in seasons 1 and 4 as well as the first movie. While I'm personally not too happy about the switch to complete CG animation, I know the crew can make it work. Overall, there's a lot to look forward to in It's a Wonderful Sponge. The classic best friend duo is back for another adventure, and it's Atlantic City, which could end up being hilarious. Now let's just wait a bit for more details, or if we're lucky, pictures to release, so we can know how different SpongeBob and Friends are going to be animated. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.